friends, welcome back to the Gubba Homestead. I'm Gubba, and today I am going to show you how you can feed your family for a year the highest quality grass-finished, grass-fed meat for cheap. I discovered this secret, and so now I do this every year and I want to share it with you. So before we get into it, make sure to subscribe. And seriously, it is such a beautiful day here. I just got all of my chores done, and now I have the opportunity to take you out to my garage and walk you through the process of getting the highest quality meat to feed your family. And I am excited to do that. So let's head out there. Welcome out to part of my food storage. I utilize freezers for my food storage. They're a great way to extend shelf life. And if you are feeding your family high quality meat for a year, the freezer, whether it's attached to your fridge or in a garage, is going to be your best friend. This freezer right here is where I store a majority of my high quality meat that I get for the year. The secret to filling your freezers like this with high quality grass-fed, grass-finished meat is, are you ready for it? By buying in bulk. This is the easiest way to buy high quality meat in bulk. Contact your local butchers. And you may be thinking, well, my family isn't gonna have a whole cow, because that can be a whole lot of meat, probably like 2 freezers full. You can buy portions. So you can buy a whole cow, a half a cow, a quarter of a cow, even an eighth of a cow. And when it comes to pig, you can get a whole pig, half a pig, or a quarter of a pig. Most of the time it's just whole or half, depending on where you get it from. What I have behind me is a quarter of a cow for the season. And you know the best part? I paid $4 a pound for all of it. And the year before, I paid $3.50 a pound. So the price did go up, but you can shop around, and we'll get to those details in a little bit. But let me show you everything that you get. So getting a butchered cow, you will get a lot of burger. You will get a variety of steaks. So I have sirloin steak, there's ribeye steak, and you can choose how many steaks you want per package when you are consulting with your butcher. This is a top loin steak. So essentially you're gonna get a variety of steaks, and your butcher will ask, would you rather have a T-bone, or would you rather have bone in or bone out? So you really get to choose and have customization over how you like your meat, which is incredible. This is a chuck eye steak. I have ribs here, I have a brisket in here. They will also ask you how you like your ribs, how many slabs. I have some soup bones here, which are great because they still have the marrow in. You will also get a variety of roasts, chuck roasts, shoulder roasts, and my freezer's letting me know I've had the door open for too long. But you get such an incredible variety when you buy a portion of a cow. You may not be accustomed to all these cuts of meat, but it's fun because then you get to try different things in the kitchen. And I just looked up the price of a chuck roast, and it was $8.67 a pound at Walmart. I got that for $4 a pound. I feel like all the prices just even out, especially for the high quality meat that you are getting. When you are first shopping with a butcher or a farmer and figuring out what all you want from your cut, your whole cow, your half cow. So this is a quarter cow. I went in with a family member on a half cow. They took a quarter, I took a quarter, we just split everything. But it may feel daunting because the butcher is going to ask you questions of what kind of cuts you want, how you want your meat to be packaged, butcher paper or vacuum sealed. Each of these ways of packaging have different perks. For example, the butcher's paper has no plastic, but it doesn't last as long as a vacuum sealed piece of meat in the freezer. You can also ask your butcher to grind up the organs and put it in with your burgers, see if they do that. Pro tip, whenever you're getting something butchered, ask for the scraps, for the bones and the organs. If you do not, they will either get tossed or resold to people like me who like to buy those boxes for feeding my dogs raw food. Another pro tip, because buying meat in bulk is going to be a large upfront cost. So I paid $4 a pound. In total, I ended up paying right around $400 to $600 for my quarter cow. But as I explained, I feel like the cost evens out because this is grass-finished meat. So there's grass-fed, which means the animal was fed grass grass, but then they may have been finished with like soy or grain, but grass finished means they were grass through and through, and that is something I prioritize, and that comes with a higher price tag at the grocery store, but I got all this for a really good price. The way you do that is, one, you go in with a family member, because the larger quantity, just like when you're shopping for other things in bulk, will bring down the price. And then two, you shop early in the season. So I secured this price in June of last year. So that's when I was calling around butchers, checking prices, coordinating with farmers. So you need to secure the price early in the year. You could even go as early as springtime and just get to know your butchers, where they're sourcing their meat from, if you're not going with a farmer directly, but those are two ways that you can help keep the price down. As you can see, there are so many benefits to buying meat in bulk. This will be your meat for the season. This feeds me and my family for a year, and then I will get the ball rolling to buy another portion of a cow and a pig for next season. Once you have everything in your freezer, you can then use other preservation methods to start preserving your meat, because if the power did go out, you would be in trouble. That happened to one of my friends this season. Their power went out and they lost all of their meat, which was so sad. But you can freeze dry. And one of my favorite things is the portion of the cow came with stew meat. I requested a lot of stew meat, so I got a lot of stew meat, and I canned it up into beef stew, which is one of my favorite things to can because it is so good. So you get a variety, you can try different things in the kitchen, it's a good price, and you have way higher quality than what you'd be getting in the store. And that is how I source the highest quality meat for my family for the year. I hope you see how simple it is and that you can do it too. The hardest part is just taking those first steps. Maybe you've never talked to a local farmer or a local butcher before, but I promise that they are here to help you. That's been my experience. They love answering questions. They want to connect with you. When you start supporting local, you can just feel the power in it. There's so much power in local community, and then putting your money back into the local community is one of the best ways that you can fight against the system. It's all about choosing your hard, right? So it may feel hard to call your butcher and you may not understand all the cuts they're asking you, but there's also the hard of having to go to the grocery store and you're getting low quality meat, most likely imported from China, and who knows what that meat was given, and all the antibiotics and other junk and injectables that animals are getting now. So the closer to home that you can invest your time and money, the better it's going to be for you and your family. So just take the step and let me know in the comments if you do. And I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for spending your time here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!